This was not part of the big plan, was it? You didn't plan on parenting in this way, but from the day she was born, something clicked.
Changed.
In you. Yeah. What happened?
Actually, like, funny enough, when I was pregnant, I was like, I'm not really sure about breastfeeding. I don't know if I want to do it. And then I decided I was going to do it, but just for 6 months because I thought there'd be great benefits for her. And then from the minute she was born, something completely changed. But funnily enough, my sister, my husband, my mum, everyone that knew me knew that it would change. I was like, no, my life isn't going to change. I'm going to be like the same me. And it's amazing. I've done a complete 180 and I feel like this is who I was meant to be. I think like everything before Sophia was the warm-up and this is like the happiest I've ever been.
I mean, that's so lovely and then that's how it should be. But I think the thing that draws attention, we'll talk about the two things, and that's the co-sleeping and the breastfeeding, which you mentioned there. So co-sleeping, she's always slept in your bed?
She slept in a bassinet next to my bed when she was first born and for the first 6 months.
Yeah.
And then she had some injections and she got a bit of a fever. So it was just like one night, I was like, she was sleeping in bed with me and I was like feeding her through the night. And then that one night just turned into, here we are like 2.5 years later. And
she's never been in her own
Never
nursery.
had a cot or a toddler bed.
So what's the routine? What's the nighttime routine?
I put her to bed at about 6 o'clock. We do bath time, story time, and then she falls asleep. And then I kind of like barricade the bed with pillows all around so she's safe. And then lucky like everything's on the same floor and nearby, so I leave the doors open and I go and have dinner, watch TV, do what I need to do, and then I like to go to bed early too, because...
And this is a way that works for you and it works for her, and who are we to judge in how you bring up your child? You obviously love her very, very much. The only thing I'd like to know is, what does Jay feel about this? Because what does this do for you two as a partnership? I mean, this is the marital bed.
Yes.
I mean, how does that sort of affect your love life, really?
Just makes you more creative, I guess, inventive with the love life. He's actually totally on board with it, and actually he said that he would miss not getting kicked in the head 100 times if he was out of the bed. No, it's really lucky that we like are so alike in the way that Sophia is our priority and he's not like fighting for attention and feeling sort of put out. I definitely don't think it's for everyone, and everyone has different parenting styles, everyone has different relationships. And I like hate to judge people. Like, I definitely feel like since having Fifi, I'm not like, I used to be like, I guess, more judgmental, and now I'm just like, let everyone do what works for them and like just try and see the good in things.
And how did you feel when you dropped her off? You hadn't been separated for 6.5, more than 6.5 minutes. So, so when you dropped her off at nursery, were you sitting outside sobbing?
I was literally in the car with Jay, and Jay was like, let's go get a coffee, let's just drive around the block, let's just get tea, a coffee, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna wait here because I'm sure the phone's gonna ring. She's gonna want me to come back in. Don't want to be too far. And I sat in that car for 3 hours. She did like the full morning, and part of me was like so proud. I was like, this is amazing, and the other part of me was like, I can't believe, like, it was like sad for me.
But you know what, in a way that's good, because a lot of people, and one of my questions here was, if you're with your child 24/7, then at some point they're going to have to be separated from you, and that's going to be even tougher for them. But that just goes to show that she's obviously incredibly happy and feels very safe, and so even when she is away from you, the phone wasn't ringing.
It wasn't.
And you didn't have to pick her up.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like because she's never like looked or craved for this attention or for love, she honestly knows that I'm always going to be there.
What's she going to do when the next one comes along?
That I'm not sure about.
How are you going to be with the next one?
You know what? I just think it's never going to be the same experience. And I think that in a way that's a nice thing, and in another way it's going to be hard because I'm so used to how it is with just having one. But I do want her to have a sibling. I'm like, my sister is my best friend in the world, and I wouldn't want her to not have that. So hopefully.
Well, listen, thank you for coming in
Oh,
and
thank
telling
you for
us
having
about
me.
everything, and it's really lovely to see you.
It's nice to see you too.
Thank you very much.